And when I saw the results of those tests, man, I couldn't sleep for 3 nights. I couldn't believe this is happening to so many people and no one is talking about it.
Look, I have to admit, I'm shocked by what you just said. Let's start from the beginning so our listeners can follow. What's the real problem with these foods that seem so harmless?
Here's the thing. When you wake up in the morning, your body's been fasting for at least 8 hours. Your blood sugar is low, your metabolism is slowing down. It's the most critical moment of the day to set the tone for how your body will function for the next 12 hours. And what do most people do? They hit their system with disguised sugar.
Disguised sugar? But we're talking about whole grain cereals, natural juices.
That's the big mistake. Grab any so-called healthy cereal that promises fiber and vitamins. You'll see the second or third ingredient is sugar, corn syrup, or some fancy name for sugar. One bowl of that cereal has more sugar than a donut. And orange juice? Even the 100% natural kind has the equivalent of 6 teaspoons of sugar per glass.
But doctor, that's a serious accusation. Are you saying there's a conspiracy?
Look, I've spent over 20 years studying nutrition and metabolism, and I can tell you this. The food industry hires the best marketers in the world to make us believe poison is medicine. It's not a conspiracy when it's documented. In the 1960s, the sugar industry paid Harvard researchers to publish studies blaming fat, only fat, for the heart disease epidemic. They literally bought the science to take the focus off sugar. And it worked for decades. Even today, people avoid eggs and butter in the morning but think fruit juice is healthy.
And what about margarine? I always heard it was better than butter.
Margarine is one of the biggest public health crimes I've ever seen. It's basically chemically processed vegetable oil made solid. It contains trans fats that are literally toxic to your arteries. But they've been selling it as heart healthy for decades. Butter, the stuff our grandparents ate, is way healthier.
So whole grain bread is bad too?
Most whole grain breads at the supermarket are just white flour with caramel coloring to make them look brown. Even the truly whole grain ones spike your blood sugar almost as much as pure sugar. Your body doesn't know the difference between a slice of whole grain bread and a spoonful of sugar. It processes them almost the same.
Man, you're destroying everything I believed about healthy eating. But tell me something, if all of this is true, why don't doctors talk about it?
That's a tough question. Traditional medical training includes only a few hours of nutrition in the entire course. Most health professionals just repeat what they learned from official guidelines, which are heavily influenced by the food industry lobby. Plus, it's easier to prescribe meds for diabetes than to teach people how not to get it in the first place.
That's scary, but let me ask, you must have seen this play out in real life, right?
One case really stuck with me. A 58-year-old woman came to me because she was gaining weight rapidly, had energy crashes during the day, and was developing insulin resistance. When we looked at her diet, I found out she was drinking 2 glasses of natural orange juice every day, thinking it was good for her. Just those 2 glasses gave her the equivalent of 12 teaspoons of sugar before 9 a.m.
What happened when she stopped?
In 3 months, she lost 15 pounds, her blood sugar normalized, and her energy came back. No medication, no crazy diets, just stopping the poison she thought was a vitamin.
But wait, if orange juice is bad, what about the actual orange?
Great question. A whole orange has fiber that slows down sugar absorption. When you drink the juice, you're consuming the sugar of 4 or 5 oranges with 0 fiber to protect your liver and pancreas. It's like injecting sugar directly into your bloodstream. Plus, when you eat the orange, you feel full after 1. With juice, you drink a whole glass without even noticing.
And what about skim milk? Everyone puts it on their cereal.
Another big mistake. When they remove the fat from milk, you're left with basically sugar water and protein. The natural fat in whole milk is actually healthy. It helps you feel full and absorb vitamins. Skim milk spikes your blood sugar almost as much as soda.
So basically, the standard American breakfast is a disguised sugar bomb.
Exactly. Sweetened cereal, sugary juice, bread that turns into sugar, processed margarine, fat-free milk. It's like waking up and deciding to sabotage your metabolism before even leaving the house. And then by 10 a.m., you're starving again, energy crashing, and reaching for a sugary snack to perk up.
And this happens every day?
For years. Decades. Imagine doing that to your body for 30, 40 years. No wonder over 60% of Americans over 50 are pre-diabetic or diabetic. No wonder heart disease is the leading cause of death. We're literally killing ourselves one meal at a time, thinking we're being healthy.
But tell me, people are going to ask, if I can't eat cereal, drink juice, or eat bread, what do I eat for breakfast?
Look, our great-grandparents didn't have all these problems. They ate eggs, bacon, butter, cheese, real food. But if you want a smoother transition, try scrambled eggs and butter, avocado, nuts, full-fat, unsweetened Greek yogurt, maybe some berries. Food that doesn't need a TV commercial to be sold.
And what about the companies? Do they know they're harming people?
Of course they do. They hire scientists who specialize in creating addictive products. There's a perfect balance of sugar, salt, and fat they call the bliss point, the maximum pleasure zone that makes you crave more. They invest billions figuring out how to keep you hooked.
That's criminal.
And it's legal. While we debate other drugs, the food industry hooks kids on sugar from their earliest years. Brightly colored cereal with toys, ads with cartoon characters. It's systematic manipulation.
Man, this conversation completely changed my perspective. But tell me something. For those listening right now and wanting to change, what's the first step?
The first step is simple but revolutionary. Stop drinking your calories. No juice, no sugary drinks. Just water, black coffee, or tea. That alone will make a massive difference in 30 days. Second step, read labels. If it has more than 5 ingredients or you can't pronounce the name, it's not food.
And for those who think it's going to be too hard,
Look, what's hard is living with diabetes, taking meds every day, being afraid of a heart attack. What's hard is not having the energy to play with your grandkids. Changing your breakfast is easy compared to living sick for the rest of your life. And your body responds quickly. You'll feel the difference in your energy and mood within a week.
One last question. Why do you think people resist this kind of information so much?
Because it's more comfortable to believe it's your genes, slow metabolism, or age than to accept we've been lied to for decades. No one likes realizing they've been wrong their whole life, but the truth is liberating. Once you understand what's really going on, you can take control of your health.
Folks, I hope you're paying attention to what you just heard. This isn't conspiracy, it's not a trend. It's science, finally spoken without a filter. Tomorrow morning, before you open that cereal box, remember what you heard here. Your life might literally depend on it.
And remember, you don't need anyone's permission to stop poisoning yourself. The change starts at your next meal. Choose real food, not billion-dollar marketing products. Your body will thank you.
Thanks for this revelation. Until next time, take care of your health.